You know, sometimes I get like inspiration from really, really random things, comments included. And when I was doing this crayon of like a 23 857-972 style bus service that serves the Northeast based on my commenter's suggestion, like Glenn's suggestion, right? So then I noticed something about sengkang's bus services that are actually really beautiful. So when TIB12340 he used to upload videos, the one thing that I liked about them is that it's actually good for like beginners to get into buses. He actually explains how good the routes are, designs of the route. He tells you trunk buses, he tells you feeder buses, even though it's quite on the surface level, but it's good for like you to get a at least have like a rough idea of what the services inside are. And it's really to help you with the memorization of the services that are like in a particular neighborhood per se. Like what buses within said neighborhood, do they take you long distance, do they take you short distance, do they take you to the CBD, blah blah blah, and stuff like that, which includes like service 80. Oh my god, I cannot even. Okay, but basically I'm gonna be talking about like actually the good design of the bus services here in general. Where's my, it's just not working. Oh my god, it's just not working for some reason. Testing. All right. Okay. So the reason why Service 50 is good is because historically there was like no other bus route that cuts straight like this, all the way up till sorry, all the way up to Anchorvale Road. Obviously, it's meant to bridge the gap between like Sengkang West Avenue, which I mean to the west, which developed first, and it's to bring these people to the main hub. That is Service 50's purpose. And then you have 102 that takes you from again the main hub, like the midpoint area to, okay, how should I put this? I think I need a map of like Sengkang West as well. I think I'll just, okay. So you can kind of tell from like the elevators as well. Some of the elevators, how old or new, tell you how old or new the blocks are. And obviously the blocks around here, like basically over here, they they open first, and then the blocks here open, and then the blocks here opened. So service 50, it basically caters towards like all the older blocks, and then it brings all of them to like the main hub. But since service 50 doesn't take them all the way here, historically 102 used to call this bus stop here, but now it's no longer that important. There's already service 85 here as an alternative, if you will. The one good thing about 102 is that 102 doesn't actually take you here. I mean, 50 doesn't take you here, so 102 actually takes you here, and it takes you all the way here. So the so 102 is kind of like an east-west link, just like Service 50 is. And when I mean east-west, I mean like horizontal link from the center. 50, it goes beyond the center of Sengkang. 102 actually starts from the center of Sengkang and goes all the way west. So you can kind of see it as like 50 goes all the way east, and then 102 goes all the way west. I mean, minus this bus stop here because it got amended like this. And it's still all the way west as well. If you think about it, 50 is really all the way east, 102 is like really all the way west. And then the areas that aren't covered by either services, they just use or 374 to cover these areas. And 374, obviously, it has extension potential and stuff like this. But as you can see, with like just this, with this, with this, it's all covered basically. I mean, this just shows you that like since it's not that important for this area to, I mean, maybe in the future if this area really develops, it'll be good if this area could have like a trunk service or even a full day CDS. Like even if not a full day CDS, maybe a full day express service. I know I'm just like saying things very casually, but I've done videos on how that could work basically. I mean, I've also done bus services that like actually go inside here and then go inside here as well. Like from Yio Chu Kang Road, just go inside here. I've talked about all of those before, but this just goes to show that you don't really have to overcomplicate things in a town. All you need are straight line trunk services that wind when needed, that kind of thing. And the winding, you leave you leave all the winding to the feeder services. This is technically winding as well a little bit. And the trunk services straight line. So please don't combine both. I know that there are trunks that because of historical reasons they wind a little bit within the neighborhood, like Service 28 in Tampines, for example, but those are just exceptions and they should never be the norm. But yeah. And then there is 85, which I think it's probably the best design one because all the edges of the town, I would say this is like the fringe or the edge of the town, if you would put it. Like I'm just using really, really generalized terms, general terms. Like you have 85, right? Like this, and then it actually goes down and cuts through Anchorvale. Sorry, Compassville, not Anchorvale, my bad. So obviously Anchorvale, you have 110, you have 372 over here as well. 85 historically used to go here to TPE, but they realized that they don't really need this sector anymore, so they just extended 85 to Sengkang West because that's where the catchment is from. They wanted to at least another bus service to, because keep in mind, in the past, Sengkang West Avenue only had 163 and Sengkang West Way didn't have buses because this bridge hadn't been completed yet. This bridge had been completed, but this bridge hadn't been completed. So there was no bus, and 85 was like the first ever bus service to bridge the gap, that kind of thing. But why is 85 so good? So basically, Compassville Drive, it gives people access to Pongo and Yishun. It lets them get to the outside world a little bit. Over in this sector, there is Service 80, obviously. And then down here, there is like 87, 89. They also take you to the outside world. But yeah. But in the case of 85, it takes you to Pongo and Yishun. It just cuts right through. And this area used to be like devoid of buses other than like 372. So you have a feeder that winds, right? Or maybe the other way around historically. But right now it's like this. They changed the direction of the loop. You have 372 that's only meant to serve this area, and then you have 85 that takes these people to the outside world. So these services are different. Don't try to combine them, but again, why the design is good is because it actually lets people go outside to Pongo to Yishun as a residential bus service. And not only that, you see 50 and 102 they call the main hub, right? 85 kind of calls the main hub but at like the back door kind of thing, if I would put it like this. You have access, you just have to walk a little bit further, but effectively it is kind of serving the main hub as well. And these are all historically poorly connected areas. So yeah, because like in the past, I mean even till now, you have like 119 that goes like this, like this, like this to Sengkang, and now 119 got enhanced to go to Pongo, right? So yeah, that's one thing. And then you have 136 that does this, this, and then this. I mean, you get the idea. I just don't have space based on this map, and I don't want to screenshot the map again. But yeah, 136 takes you like this, in this fashion. 119 goes like this, in this fashion. So 119 and 136, they have different purposes and for good reason as well. Because historically, what was I trying to say? Basically, this area used to be poorly connected. Now they have 85. That's what I was trying to say. And it helps bridge these people all the way to Sengkang West as well. And the good thing about 85, as I was trying to say, is that it does call the main hub, and it pretty much serves the entire Sengkang West on its own. Like this, and then like this. It's straightforward. It doesn't whine like 102. 102 is designed to whine for maximum catchment. 85 has to take like the direct way out to Yishun. It has to be as fast as possible. TP SLE Lenter, and not Springleaf. It has to use Lenter because Upper Thompson Road, that junction tends to be quite congestion prone. You don't really want to pile buses up Upper Thompson Road where there are traffic lights. You should just use Lenter Avenue, go all the way up. And that is the purpose of like 39, 85. They have to be along Lenter and not Springleaf. If you want to access TL, along here you already have 163 to Lenter MRT. Jesus, sorry. 163 already takes you to Lenter MRT, so you don't even need Springleaf in the first place. Nobody goes to Springleaf unless you're a resident there, or unless you're trying to transfer to like 138. In which 163 already has like a common stop with 136 and 138 can already intercept at Yio Chu Kang Road at a common stop. So you don't even need to go to Springleaf in the first place. This is the reason why the buses use Lenter Avenue and not Upper Thompson Road, for obvious reasons. In case some people are like so hung up over the idea and are so dumb. But basically, yeah. 85 takes the straightest route out from Sengkang West all the way to Yishun, and that's why 85, design-wise, it's good, I would say. And it effectively calls the main hub as well. Just at the back door, you have to walk a little bit, but it's good enough. Because the main, I would say, focal point of the route is obviously Compassville. I keep calling this Anchorville for some reason, but it's clearly Compassville. I'm dumb. And needless to say, you have all these bus services that, that cut straight through like 43, 109 that cut straight through, that cut straight through, 109 that cut straight through, you have like 82 that cut straight through, you have 88 that cut straight through and then goes to Pasir Ris. See, the thing is, like, thankfully this area has 82 and 88, and this portion of road is, this section of 88 is what will prevent 88 from getting rationalized from Cross Island Line, because this area is like, the entire area is unique catchment that really no underbus service offers, because 109 is meant to be along this corridor, 88 is meant to be along this corridor, so this is how you see it. And it's good also in the sense that like 85, it takes you like this. If you want to go straight, you just take 372. And also 372 allows you to hub spoke to and from 82 and 88. Basically, that's the purpose of 372. 372 is the bridge from west to 82 and 88. This is 372's purpose. Bring people here to 82 and 88. And it also allows you to like hub spoke from 163, like let's say you're coming from 163, you transfer to like 372 to go to these areas. Sorry, 163 is from here, and then this one is 82, 88. But you get the idea. It offers this kind of, 372 offers this kind of connection. So again, I'm gonna repeat, 85 is meant for here. 372 is meant for Anchorvale Drive, like inside. This is outside, this is inside. So 85 and 372, obviously they would be different and they serve different purposes. So that's what I'm trying to say. Then 163 as well, like this. Historically, it absorbed like the 0371. 163 again, it's a straight line service. It's meant to serve like the edges of the town. All the way up till Punggol Road. So you could say 163 pretty much serves like the minus this part of course. 163 serves pretty much the entire lower portion of like Sengkang, and 163 also allows you to connect to 82 and 88 as well. It's not just a hub spoke between feeders and trunks, it's also trunk hub spoke as well. 163 connecting to like 82, 88. And then obviously 163, yeah. Maximum catchment along the lower side of Sengkang basically. The upper side of Sengkang, there is currently no trunk service doing that. Maybe in the future we should make one, but at this point in time, Thanggam and Kupang hasn't really fully developed yet, so we'll just see how it goes in the future. You want a CDS? There is sorry. I keep saying here because I would really like 6x4 to actually go all the way to like Sengkang West Depot. But yeah, there is 6x4 that cuts through like this. Some people even use 6x4 as like a feeder, sort of. Like from here to here, they don't go to like the CBD. And if you're wondering why 678 or like 683, if I'm not mistaken, they don't call outside here. It's because inside here there's already 6x4, and this makes it so that there is no reason to like call over here. I forgot if like 591 even calls along this side, but yeah. I don't know, it seems like 591 might even be losing demand because of like 678, 683, yada yada yada. Okay, not 683, but like 678. 678 now has DDs, so I don't know if like people have switched to 678 from 591. Oh, and I forgot to mention one thing. You have 159 going down like this, it just takes you out of Sengkang quickly, which is also the same thing for like 80, 87, they take you out of Sengkang. And there is also 965, takes you out of Sengkang quickly. There's also 161, which serves the main hub, like this, like this, like this. 161 is meant to be direct, fast. It's supposed to be like a fast option, like this, like this, like this, like this. Not my best drawing, but you get the idea. 161 pretty much just cuts through the center. Has to call the hub basically. If not, it wouldn't have demand. Yeah, 965. Sorry, my bad. 965 like this. 161 calls like this. 965 calls like this. I got confused for a second. But yeah, 965 goes inside a little bit. 161 goes outside. So 965 and 161, they are different. Then there is also this thing. Before the existence of 85, there was this thing. It was 59, and then later to Jalan Kayu. Later became 866, which did this, and now got linearized to this instead of. So from here it got linearized to like this, and then to 86. So 86 purpose, it's quite simple. It basically serves the edge area Rivervale, because historically there was no 371 along that does this. I mean, there was no 371 going inside like this. So the only bus service this area like uh, over here there is like 119 and 136, but the top half of it only 86 serves here. So 86 is meant to bridge like from here to here when during an era where there is no 85, right? So just 86. I mean 85 takes you here. 86 takes you to the central. So 86 like this, it's a bridge between here, and then it allows people from Riverview access to Pongo Road, Hub Spoke to go here, or to go to Jalan Kayu, Yio Chu Kang, Ang Mo Kio fast. There is a reason why 86 uses TP, because there was no connection here, obviously, and they need a fast option from Rivervale to like Jalan Kayu, Yio Chu Kang, Jalan Kayu, Yio Chu Kang Road, Yio Chu Kang, and Ang Mo Kio. So that's why it uses TP. It's the fastest way, and it's meant to be pitched towards this area. So it wouldn't make sense if you let it go like this, or you let it go like this. Doesn't make sense like this, and then like that. It doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense if you reverse the direction either, because you have to call Compassville Drive first. Compassville Drive, it relies on 80 and 86, or 372 if you're taking 372 here, of course. The reason why you do not amend 86 to go straight like this is because 86 needs the hub spoke connectivity at these. It's the only bus service to hub spoke from this side. This entire area of Rivervale Drive relies on 86 to reach this bus stop pair. In simple words, from here to here, 86 is needed precisely for the hub spoke over here. It allows people to transfer to, it's very self-explanatory, but 88, 89, 27, yada 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 yada. So this is why 86, it's intentionally designed like this. It used to be from Jalan Kayu, right? Again, the reason why 86 even serves Jalan Kayu in the first place is because it dates back all the way to the 59 days 866. No, 59 days it stopped at Jalan Kayu. Then as 866 it got extended to Sengkang. Then later renamed like 86. It used to start from Bishan, but it got cut to Ang Mo Kio because they were like, MRT duplicate. And then thankfully nowadays they compensated with service 50. Like years later, when there is no more 59 that takes you from Bishan to Ang Mo Kio. Okay, where was I? I lost my train of thought. But basically, yeah, it got compensated years later with the existence of Service 50. But okay, the main point is that the reason why 86 even goes Ang Mo Kio, Yio Chu Kang, Yio Chu Kang Road and Jalan Kayu in the first place is because it is a remnant of the old 59. And they just extended, when Jalan Kayu terminal closed down, they just extended it to Sengkang. And obviously they extended it in this fashion because they were like, okay, we're gonna take this opportunity to serve this area and let them have access to the hub spoke bus stops, and also to connect this area with like Compassville Drive and blah 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 blah. So yeah. Then needless to say, 110 Anchorvale and Farmway Ching Lim to TP bus stop and Changi Airport. Once you get to TP bus stop, you can reach the outside world. Like Pasir Ris, Tampines, yada yada yada. 34 as well. 118. So 110 does have hub spoke. Just brings these people to TP bus stop. 969 as well. I keep forgetting. 109 as well, technically. This was a really haphazard way to explain how well designed Sengkang's buses are, be it trunk, feeder, hub spoke, blah blah blah, or even CDS cause 6x4. and 671 serving Sengkang West. It's quite self-explanatory, but if I could do this unscripted, I think you guys with a bit of time of learning, you guys would be able to get it. You don't have to explain, but at least have it at the back of your mind so that you know what these bus services are supposed to do.